Powerful galactic beings, welcome back to another video. The universe is lonely, and at the same time, a super wonderful place to be. Every day, you wake up intending to achieve and push yourself beyond the set limits to deliver the best results. However, at times, things get rough, and all you want is to lock yourself in your place of solitude. Well, we can all agree that the world cannot always work in our favor. Things get worse, we feel alone and deserted, and the only solution we have in this case is to move with the flow of things, and the best is to be hopeful that all will work out. Now, one thing you should know is that no matter how lonely you feel, you are not alone. This is just a feeling, but in the real sense, people and things are surrounding you that automatically nullify this. The universe works in ways you cannot imagine. When you feel alone, the universe will show that you are indeed not alone. Let's dive in to see some of them. Number 1. Many life forms of different kinds. One of the most important signs that you are not alone in this universe is the many life forms that exist. The universe is one of a kind with vast kinds of people and creatures. You may not see most people since different living things are strategically placed in various locations where they can thrive best. It is nearly impossible to dispute that you are not alone in this universe simply because you haven't met other life forms. However, the truth is that they exist but not in your exact image. Some living forms exist in other spaces, planets, star systems, and others within our Earth. Different cultures have referenced these beings that have visited the world in the past. Probably they are still here with us now and want to communicate with humankind and assist humanity during troublesome times. Now, with aliens visiting Earth, other non-living things falling from above to the ground is enough proof that the universe carries a lot. Anytime you feel alone, look at other human beings trying to live their life normally, no matter their obstacles. So get up and take a day at a time, do not be afraid to interact with people. Similarly, sharing your problem with others, though they may not help you as much, it's the ideal step to relieve the burden off your back. Number 2. You keep spotting an infinity number. Infinity numbers always appear in our lives. Before you notice it, it is already a number ahead. Do not put so much focus on this. Instead, think about what you just saw. As long as you spot an infinity number during a period when you feel most lonely, then this is a sign that you are not alone in this universe. Typically, it might be during a period where you just lost your loved one. Of course, you will be feeling down, neglected, and questioning God at such a time. You should know that even when you lose your dear ones, they are beside you. The person might appear in the form of infinity numbers, such as 1111 on the clock. This number simply means that it's never ending, which is an indirect way that your close person is trying to communicate to you. They suggest that, I'm right here. Even though death has separated you physically, spiritually, and emotionally, they are there for you. Number 3. Dreaming about angel. Here is yet another spiritual sign you will receive to show you that you are not alone in this world. Dreams come in different forms and at unique times. Usually, each of your goals has a special message it tries to pass to you. If you are feeling lonely, you might be in a fight with yourself internally. You can feel the solitude nature in you, which was not the case beforehand. Probably you've lost your loved ones, the people you trusted the most are nowhere to be seen, and you have no one to turn to. If angels appear in your dream during this time, it shows you aren't alone. Angels specifically come to remind you that despite the loneliness you feel, and even when people are abandoning you, there is still someone thinking about you. It's a great sign that even when you feel alone, you aren't, you have one or two people who still have your back. Number 4. Weather change. Often God communicates to you by changing the weather pattern. When feeling lonely, things might not make sense, you might live in the dark, not knowing the next step to take. All you need is some light and comfort from God to show you everything will be well. Different weather patterns typically represent particular things. When it's sunny, and it starts raining, it's a sign that you are about to receive blessings and abundance from God. Therefore, if you are feeling alone since you are stuck with life, rain pours as a way to give you hope that better things are coming. Besides, a bright white cloud might appear when you are experiencing a period of solitude. This incident may be followed by light, a pour of clear water, and calmness even when there is a storm. At this point, God is revealing himself to you. The highest being wants it known to you that he is there for you. Despite feeling alone and walking in this life journey alone, God is always beside you and will walk with you till the end. Number 5. A rainbow will appear. Another sign that you are not alone in this universe is the presence of a rainbow. Ever felt so down then decided to take a walk or go outside for a pause, then out from a distance, you notice a glimmering rainbow? How did you feel? Most times, a rainbow brings so much light and happiness to one's life. It tends to appear when things are not working out in your life to show you that sooner or later, your life will align. Rainbows used to be there during the time of Noah. God would bring them out as a symbolic sign to his people. It was a reminder that he will protect his people from danger and stand with them no matter the circumstance. Also, the rainbow symbolized reconciliation between God and human beings. If you feel alone and pray to God for a sign that your situation will change, then you see a rainbow. It signifies that the angels are with you. A rainbow appears to comfort you and give you hope that a superior is watching over you no matter what, so you always have someone beside you. Number 6. The appearance of butterflies. Butterflies speak so much volume in a person, and suddenly, you might see so many butterflies flying outside your house. If they come at a time when you are feeling lonely, then they come to show you companionship. From a Christian view, butterflies represent resurrection, optimism, and hope. According to Japanese culture, when a white butterfly appears, it symbolizes the deceased soul. These spirits come to remind you that they are still around you. These earthly creatures will appear in different situations to pass a unique message. If you are feeling lonely, they will come around your home and, when walking, on a path to signal that you are not alone. So, seeing butterflies can spark different feelings depending on your culture and religious beliefs. Also, you need not see a whole bunch of butterflies to believe that you still have people around the universe watching you. Sometimes you will see only one butterfly, which symbolizes that you are not alone in this universe. Number 7. Coming across a feather. You are walking alone along a deserted street, and then you find a feather on the way. This time, you have a lot of thoughts, and potentially you face rejection. If you come across a feather during the trial period, it means that you are not alone. Of course, not all feathers symbolize this. Feathers are often taken as angels calling you. Sometimes the feathers appear in the most unexpected places, like inside your purse or a long-deserted shelf around your house. Basically, it can be somewhere where its presence is not easily explained. When you find a white feather, please take it as a message meant to encourage and reassure you that you are not alone. It can be a sent angel from God to tell you that there is no room for giving up even when you feel at the edge. Understand that your struggles are almost coming to an end. Coming across a feather gives you hope that despite feeling lonely, angels are around you. They won't forsake you and are always watching you. Number 8. Finding pennies. People often say, pennies from heaven, aren't they? Finding pennies as you walk in at random places can signal that something great is going to happen in your life. Undoubtedly, good things follow us when you collect nickels on the way. Another message that nickels, dimes, and pennies found in unusual places present are the presence of support around you. When you are feeling alone and walk past a coin or two, just know that this is just a temporary feeling. The angels and other supernatural powers will come to you in the form of pennies to tell you that love is around you. Coins also show that you will get all the support you need with time. However, at times, coins bear personal meanings depending on where you find one, how it is faced, and the circumstance of finding it. So think about the situations in your life. The penny affirms that. Number 9. Receiving random phone calls. Imagine you have been thinking about that long-lost friend or family member and been wanting so much to talk to them but haven't found the time yet. Then suddenly you get a phone call, and it's them. How does that feel? Well, when such happens, it should communicate to you that, indeed, you are not alone. Your friend was thinking about you, too, and had every intention to check up on you. They love you the same way you do and are there for you despite your distance. If you haven't communicated with them for a long time, then understand that it's just life dynamics that have separated you. You two still have a connection with each other and got each other back. Other times such an incident happens when the angels intervene. They make the other person think about you when you need them the most, so they immediately call. The angel might also give wisdom to the person and clarity that it's the perfect time to make that call, and of course, in the end, you won't feel lonely as before. Number 10. Babies and animals looking at you. Babies are small angels, and you should know that these creatures carry so much weight. The supernatural power might be trying to use them to pass a particular message to you. Now, most times, you've encountered mothers, especially single ones, stating that their children are their strength. If it were not for their kids, they would have given up long ago. Each day a mom looks at their young one, she gets the motivation to keep pushing despite the turmoil they are facing. Kids are simply there to give you the courage to face life with a whole new strength. They assure you that even when you feel alone, they will always be there with you. Of course, this claim is cemented when we see kids following their parents whenever they go. Some want to embrace them, which makes the parents feel way better than before. They know that even when everyone leaves, the kids will always be there. Similarly, if you have a pup or a cat, they will want to follow you everywhere. These creatures want cuddles and will embrace you always. If you are feeling down, they can automatically tell. Number 11. Feeling like you are being touched. Have you ever felt like someone just touched you, and then they suddenly disappeared? It might be just a feeling around you, and on the other hand, it might have actually occurred. The divine spirit's touch feels like a soft brush across your neck or arm. It can also be in the form of a gentle tap on your back or a hug. These are just the simple ways that the angel tries to talk to you. When you feel a sudden touch, it shows that there are other people around you, so you are not alone. Such serves as a reminder that the highest will always appear in the slightest way possible just to assure you that they are with you. Number 12. Experiencing pleasant smell. Another sign that will indicate that you are not alone is randomly experiencing pleasant scent out of nowhere. This is another way the angel appears to you. The divine being can make their presence felt to you through a specific aroma. This can be delicious food, good-smelling perfume, and flowers. Often you will smell this in the air for a moment without knowing exactly where it comes from. However, before concluding anything, you need to determine what kind of smell you are experiencing. Does it look familiar to you, or would you liken it to something? Sometimes, the scents we get may be similar to what someone we know smells. If you have lost a loved one, then you might smell the scent of the deceased. If this is the case, it can mean that the angel, accompanied by the spirit of the person you just laid to rest, is around. A random smell around you should be a reminder that you are not alone. There are still people thinking about you and looking after you. Anytime you experience a strange smell in the air, and then it disappears, it is wise to question yourself on what it reminds you of. Also, try to determine what you thought before this smell appeared. You can feel there is someone invisible sitting next to you or in your space. These together with the signs mentioned above are signs, and most are accompanied by a feeling of safety and love. If you encounter some of these signs at a time when you are feeling alone, then it should hit you that there are people beside you. The divine powers can appear in many different forms to assure you that despite feeling alone, you have angels still thinking about you. We are never solely alone, it's just a feeling. In reality, there are people who still got us even when it seems like they are not. When you encounter any sign, be sure to be present at the moment and allow yourself to receive messages. I hope this video was really helpful to you. See you in the next video. Peace, love, and life.